Gracias por acompañarnos
Real
hoy en el
Madrid,
Santiago
a team
Bernabéu.
that
Les presento
demands
a nuestro nuevo
success
manager.
here, and well, they haven't been getting that this year at all. So we are coming over here. We are bringing on Bournemouth's manager, who in real life will be leaving the club, and we are going to look to rebuild Real Madrid. They currently sit second in La Liga, 9 points behind their biggest rivals of Barcelona. They have recently just got knocked out of the Champions League to that team there, not Real Madrid, to Bayern Munich. We are going to go ahead and make sure they get knocked out there in the quarterfinals. They are out of the Copa del Rey. They have not made the final of the Copa del Rey. They got knocked out in the round of 16 to that. Their manager, Xabi Alonso, was the best manager they've had since obviously, well, not the best manager, I should say. He was a good manager, but he didn't have the players behind him. The players hated him. The big egos here at Real Madrid absolutely hated him because, well, he was strict and he didn't let them go party, and he actually made them train and actually work their job and try to earn the wages that they earn and try to justify the insane amount of wages they're earning. No, instead, they were too egotistical and they kicked them out, and now they have a guy that has done absolutely fuck all, and he is probably on his way out. If not, he should be on his way out at least by the end of the season. They might give him to the end of the season. Arda Güler has been kind of scapegoated for whatever reason. In fact, there's reports there that after the game against Bayern Munich, Florentino Perez told him to leave because he didn't want him to see what was going to happen in the locker room. And so, well, Arda Güler left. He was probably the only player that was actually worthy of the praise for that second leg against Bayern Munich. He scored the opening goal, which was a mistake by Neuer, which is going to happen, but he still had to finish it, and he did. It's a great goal. And then a beautiful free kick he scored as well. Tchouaméni not had the best year at Real Madrid. The last 12 months at Real Madrid has kind of been horrid for him. He had a couple injuries. He was always not the first choice, even when other players had multiple injuries in his position. And, well, he had a red card in about 10 to 12 minutes in that second leg after coming on not too long before that. And, well, now it's looking like he might be scapegoated and he might be a massive target on his back from the Real Madrid fans. I can only expect some racist abuse coming at him, unfortunately, but that's just a world we unfortunately live in. It's a shame, but we're going to jump in now. We are going to finish out the season, see if we can cause a miracle to happen to win the league. There is 7 games left to go. We obviously do not play Barcelona anymore. I'm pretty sure we do not play Barcelona anymore here, and in fact, actually we do. We do have a game against Barcelona, so we do have an El Clasico. So we need Barcelona to lose some games, but obviously we do not have Thibaut Courtois in this lineup. He is out injured for 11 days, but he will be back there. So let's go and jump into it. Let's do this rebuild, and next season we go for glory. We are 9 points behind Barcelona. We need a miracle in these last 7 games here. It starts off like that with a win against Deportivo Alvarez. We go ahead and at least get 3 points back at the moment. We still need them to lose, and they have not played a game in hand yet. So we will keep going on. We do not have an easy schedule at all. We have Betis. We have Barcelona. Sevilla always gives a tough game. Athletic Bilbao always gives a tough game as well. Did they not play yet? They did play and they did lose. They go ahead and lose, so we catch up 3 points there, but it has to keep going on here as we play on Real Betis. That's a loss, and now they'll have a chance to restore that 9-point gap there, and that could be the end of this season. The 9-goal lead is restored for Barcelona, and it could even grow bigger as Mbappe's brace is only enough to get them a draw. We will sim to the end of the season. You can see that Barcelona won as well, so it's now a 11-point gap. So I will see y'all at the start of Season 2. We have 315 million coming in towards this second season, our first full season at the club. I do not expect this to be a long process rebuild. We went ahead and switched formations from their 4-4-2 to a 4-2-1-3, allowing Vinicius Jr. and at the moment Arda Güler, but even the likes of Rodrigo could go up there as well. Mbappe as striker, Bellingham as your cam, Tchouaméni and Valverde as your CDMs. We are going to look to change that as well. To be completely honest, there is a world in which we put Valverde at right back, if I can actually do this properly, Valverde at right back and get a brand new midfield too. that is a real possibility. Rudiger, we're going to look to improve on as well. Obviously, Thibaut Courtois is going to be good enough as well. And I wish I could send Vinicius Jr. on an attitude training course on the game, because my God, his attitude is diabolically bad in real life. It is one of the worst attitudes I've ever seen. Other than that, there's a bunch of deadwood at the club that we're going to look to sell. I mean, there is ton of deadwood at the club we are going to look to sell. So we might have a closer to be completely honest, we could get up there to 400, 500 million in the transfer budget. We're going to say goodbye to players like Carvajal. We are going to transfer list players like Tushimeni. We're going to try and get rid of him. We could get rid of Rodrigo. We might try and look him out as well. We're going to get rid of some of these guys as well and see what happens. So we'll keep going, and we'll try and build a God squad to try and win everything in this first season. And we go ahead and make our first signing, and this is a fresh rumor off the street. Within just the last couple of hours, a report has apparently come out and said that Real Madrid are monitoring Moises Caicedo's situation at Chelsea, and apparently sources indicate that Caicedo had no intention of leaving the club and is fully committed to continuing the development, which obviously led to a no deal being concluded swiftly. So obviously Moises Caicedo is actually not going to realistically probably leave in the summer, but we are going to go ahead and bring him in. We bring him in for Camavinga plus 80 million, so we would say hello to him. He might not be the last Chelsea player we go sign, especially in the midfield, but maybe he will be. It depends on how things go. But for now, Moises Caicedo, welcome to Real Madrid. Now that is ironic. Trent Alexander-Arnold to Liverpool once again. We're obviously just going to reject that, but that's quite funny. And so this is your team coming into this season. We decided to keep Valverde in the midfield and keep Trent here at right back. Courtois in net, Militao and Schlotterbeck are now joined by Alexander-Arnold and Carreras. We have Caicedo joining the midfield alongside Valverde, Bellingham at can, Vinicius Jr. at left wing, and Mbappe at striker, Arda Güler at right mid. Let's jump into it. Let's see how these boys perform. I'll see y'all in January. And we are here at the beginning of February, and I actually have no idea how things are going on. The only thing I know is that we are apparently in the quarterfinals of the Copa del Rey, aka the Copa de España, aka the Copa del Rey. I actually don't know anything about La Liga. I actually stepped away. We are top of the table with only 2 losses, 3 draws, 16 wins, 51 points. We have a 6-point gap over our rivals of Barcelona. Atletico Madrid's not even in the top 6. They're down in 8th. That is insane to see there. How about Champions League? I didn't see a playoff team there, so I'm assuming we're not in the playoffs, and we aren't. We finished 3rd in the league phase, so we are looking good for Champions League as well. I knew this wasn't going to be a long rebuild. I knew this is just a couple of players that are missing, so I will see y'all here, I guess, March 7th to try and figure out who we have in the round of 16 of the Champions League, and for El Clasico that could determine whether or not we win the league or not. We're out of the Copa del Rey, though. You can see that. We are out of the Copa del Rey. We lose to Osasuna, or not Osasuna. Yeah, it was Osasuna. Never mind. We lose to Osasuna. And well then, Champions League and league action left to go. And well, I was going to just kind of show this game out for a little bit because it's El Clasico, but we might not need to. We have a 12-point gap here over Barcelona here in the league. So we are going to go ahead and quick sim it and win it 2-0. Trent and Vinicius Jr. on both ends of the game in the first 5 and then the last 5 as well. But you see who we're about to face off in around 16 after that. I hate that this happens every single time. This is the stupidest thing. But our route to Champions League final begins now here in the knockout stage in round 16 against Bayern Munich. We are taking on the team that knocked them out in real life in just the quarterfinals. We are trying to get our get back here in a round of 16. And so, can this Real Madrid team outperform their last Real Madrid team? There's only 2 changes in the starting lineup, and well, at the beginning, it's a 2-0 lead. They did score 2, though, late on goals, 60 and 81 minutes in, but we will absolutely take it. Bodo Glimt beat Arsenal 1-0 as well. That is insane to see. And so let's go to the second leg there against Bayern Munich and hopefully get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League once again. Second leg here, as barring a capitulation, we are through, and the capitulation actually nearly almost happened. We are through by Bellingham's goal in the 48th minute, but Bayern Munich nearly put it back at the Camp Nou. Arsenal go ahead and get there, get back over, but Glimp win 3-1 on the day and move past there. We are waiting on the 4 fixtures here, but the 4 through already are PSG, Arsenal, Barcelona are knocked out to Leipzig, and then obviously we knock off Bayern Munich as well. Now, last time Real Madrid won the Champions League final, it was for them. For them, it's probably going to be for a while in their terms of the standards at their club. But in reality, it's only been a couple of seasons since 2023 to 24 season when they beat Borussia Dortmund 2-0. That was the last time they were in the Champions League final. They won it last time. That's a 15th Champions League final there as well at Wembley. That's one where I thought Arsenal could have got there, but unfortunately we did not. Do we know who we have in the next round of the Champions League? And well, in the Champions League quarterfinals, the matchups are this. Marseille get Liverpool. Leipzig get us in Real Madrid. It's Arsenal versus PSG. It's Man City versus Inter Milan in the Champions League quarterfinals. It's the first leg here over in Germany, and we win 2-1. Mbappe's sole goal is enough to get them through to the not next round, but at least get back to Spain with that a goal advantage. We love to see that. We are first in the league by 9 points over Real Betis. We should win the league at least, but the Champions League glory is what we want most. And then we'll get... Oh, no, I accidentally simmed past the date. Oh, 5-1. Was that 3-1, 3-0 win on the day? I accidentally simmed one day too long, and well, thankfully it didn't come to a bust. A 3-0 win there, and we are to the semifinals, where you can see we are taking on Marseille in the semifinals here. This game right here against Real Betis will pretty much wrap up the league, and it's a 3-3 draw, so the league is pretty much all but ours now, unless we lose out. But we should win La Liga with a 3-0 win against Las Palmas. And so the quarterfinals, Marseille got past Liverpool. We must have assumed that because that's who you seen we had. Arsenal go ahead and get past PSG 4-2. Inter Milan get past Man City. So we are taking on Marseille. It's Arsenal versus Inter in the other semifinal. Inter looking to theoretically, actually no, not theoretically, never mind. But in real life, Inter Milan was in last year's Champions League final, but in save now we're in season 2, so it wouldn't be back-to-back semifinals here. Real Madrid versus Marseille here. First leg at home, a 2-2 draw in which Jude Bellingham is the sole goal, not sole goal scorer, but the goal scorer to draw level here as we go over now to France for the second leg. Second leg here against Marseille in France. Caicedo out with the suspension, but it does not matter as we are through on penalties. 1-1 on the day, and they both happened within the last 10 minutes of regular time. Trent opened up the scoring, and then Greenwood in the 88th minute pushed it to extra time when nothing happened in those 30 minutes. And then on penalties, Greenwood, Guri, and Abdelli either missed or got saved, and Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., and Rodrigo all put their penalties away, in which is the quickest penalty shootout win you can ever see. And we are now in the final against Inter Milan, where Inter Milan take down Arsenal. So Real Madrid versus Inter Milan in the final of the Champions League. Has the league been wrapped up? The league has been wrapped up. We have won the league. It's now Champions League glory to close out this rebuild that is not really been such a rebuild, just kind of a recuperation of the lack of success this season. Champions League final, Inter Milan versus Arsenal in the Champions League final over here in Portugal. We go over to the Benfica Stadium for Champions League glory. Let's see who comes out on top. It will be Inter Milan. It will be the smally but freshly rebuilt Real Madrid with many of the same players. Only 2 changes in there. They took down Arsenal. They took down Man City. They took down Atalanta. We took down Bayern Munich. We took down Leipzig. We took down Marseille. So really, we had the easier run, if you want to put it like that. But you can only beat in what's in front of you, and well, we beat what was in front of us. And now we have one team left, Inter Milan. Champions League final starts now. Martinez into Frattesi. DeMarco tried to play through him, but that was a horrific ball, and out for a goal kick.
two managers have faced each other, and it gives the fixture a bit of
And
extra
Militao,
oomph.
Valverde into Mbappe, and Kylian Mbappe now looking for Arda Güler. There is Arda Güler into Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, block shot. It'll fall for Caicedo. Somebody was offside.
Offside. Here at the end of the season. No
Valverde, Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr. now. Vinicius Jr. into Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe out wide for Güler, but not the best of balls. Back to Mbappe. Güler's offside there. Surely he's not. Arda Güler takes the lead for Real Madrid. He strikes first. The young Turkish man has the lead for Real Madrid 20 minutes in. Arda Güler 1-0. I thought that looks like he's still offside, but we'll take it. Arda Güler, Mbappe into Bellingham, back to Mbappe and Kylian Mbappe now. Kylian Mbappe not in a shooting angle, but Arda Güler could be for his second. He shoots it. It's deflected out for a corner. The first corner of the day. Areola looking pleasantly surprised at the moment. Arda Güler corner, that's not a good corner at all. And it's dealt with by Inter Milan's defensive system there. Vinicius Jr. gets the ball though. And Vinicius Jr. now, what can he do? Vinicius still going, and Vinicius using his pace to explode. And now Mbappe headed down and headed away. Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. down to the left-hand side. Vinicius Jr. Vinicius. What can he do with the ball? Kylian Mbappe. Jude Bellingham. Saved by Summer. Bastoni got to the spillage and able to clear it away before Bellingham got to his own rebound there. A great chance to go 2-0 up, but can't convert the chance there. But here comes Real Madrid again. Carreras into Vinicius, who passes it into no man's land, which allows Inter Milan to get the ball, but El Militao using his brute strength there to win the ball back. And now Caicedo, Valverde, Caicedo, what can Caicedo do? Vinicius Jr. He loves not passing the ball. Kylian Mbappe into Caicedo into Valverde, and loses the ball. DeMarco down the left-hand side. Cross comes in. Caicedo wins the header. It'll be down in for the pass for Courtois. And then out wide for Vinicius now. And Vinicius now can use his pace to explode down the left-hand side. Vinicius Jr. trying to double the lead before the break here. He loves not passing the ball. There he goes again. And he's going to let it go out for a... That is a corner. I'm not sure about that one. It's a corner here, though, for Arda Güler. Realistically, the last chance of the first half. Schlotterbeck straight to Summer, and that will be the end of the first half here. Real Madrid take a 1-0 lead here with 45 minutes left to go.
Good intervention.
Mbappe now. Arda Güler, the sole goal scorer. Bellingham now in the kind of attack there. Can he find Mbappe? No, he can't. Jude Bellingham. And Jude Bellingham into Arda Güler. Is he offside? No. Arda Güler doubles the lead for Real Madrid with an absolute rocket into the back of the net. Real Madrid 2, Inter Milan 0. And we're looking to get the 16th Champions League trophy for Real Madrid here. Is he not offside there again? No, Arda Güler wasn't. Barella, stopped by Militao. Fertesi will get it now. Marcus Thuram, Luis Enrique, Barella, Fertesi, Thuram. Somebody shoot the ball for the love of God. Thankfully, y'all don't, because y'all lose the ball now. Played with your food too much. Now here comes Real Madrid. And Jude Bellingham into Vinicius Jr. And here is Vinicius down the left-hand side. Vinicius, can he find Jude Bellingham? No, he finds Mbappe instead. Kylian Mbappe, what can you do with the ball? Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham. And Jude Bellingham loses the ball. Vinicius Jr. Vinicius. Kylian Mbappe wins the header. Summer was out of position. Real Madrid are your Champions League winners. And he absolutely rocks it into the back of the net. Kylian Mbappe 3, Inter Milan 0. Mbappe trying to add the cherry on top, and Mbappe will add the cherry on top. It's a brace for Mbappe. It's a brace for Arda Güler. It's a 4-0 win over Inter Milan. The last time Inter Milan was in Champions League final, well, they got thrashed 5-0 to PSG. But we are your Champions League winners. Let's lift that trophy.
And there it is.
Totally forgot to look at the trophy lift. I'm an idiot. I'm actually stupid. Well, we are your Champions League winners. The rebuild that was not such of a rebuild is done now. We win La Liga. We get back to winning ways in La Liga, in dominant winning ways in La Liga. A 14-point win over Real Betis. Nearly a 20-point win over Barcelona. We will absolutely take that, and we are your Champions League winners as well. Just to see who scored the goals here, I kind of want to see who our top goal scorer was. It Mbappe, Vinicius Jr.? It was Mbappe with 33. Vinicius had 25. Bellingham had 23. Endrick, who played 49 games, had 20 as well, so he was on the line as well. So we go ahead and lift that trophy, and I will see y'all back here hopefully soon for another rebuild and a proper rebuild. But for now, that's me done today. See y'all soon, hopefully. Leave a like, subscribe. Peace out.